Welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation with me, your host, Owen, guys. And we are talking about Ryan Kent, his contract situation, and the views of new Belgian signing, January Belgian signing, Nicolas Raskin, about Ryan Kent. Guys, thank you for your phenomenal support over the last couple of days. We have grown this channel massively. We've gone from 157 subs to 263 subs, well on our way to over 300 subs. So please continue to hit that sub, ring that notification bell as we continue to build Glasgow Rangers Nation. Guys, this city, I got told off yesterday, apparently, because I'm English, I'm not allowed to say our city. Even though I'm a Rangers fan, apparently it's wrong for me to say our city. Apparently, because I'm English, I'm not allowed to say that. I was told off for it yesterday. Heaven forbid. But this city is blue. It is Glasgow Rangers City. We are the most successful team in the world. And that green and white shower from across the city need to shut that up. Anyway, let's talk Ryan Kent. Let's talk contract situation. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of talk in the media about new contracts for our contract players, especially after Michael Beale's comments post-match of the Wraith Rovers game on Sunday, particularly obviously with reference to Alfredo Morelos and his contract situation, and the fact that obviously now that it's emerged that Alfie has not signed a pre-contract agreement with Sevilla and at the moment is not going anywhere. Now, well, I think we'll be going somewhere. I don't think he will be at Rangers next season. I think his love affair with Rangers is well and truly over and he has checked out. Well, but let's talk about Ryan Kent and Nicolas Raskin. Now, Nicolas Raskin, who since he comes to the club in January, has been a fantastic player. You know, he's someone who provides forward motion, always looking to get the ball forward, always looking to move forward, to run forward, never ever looking to go backwards or sideways, is very much a forward-thinking player and has been quality since he came in. Really does show promise for the future, you know, that Michael Beale has such a good eye for a player in terms of the signings of Beale and Raskin. Obviously didn't sign himself, did he? In terms of the signings of Raskin and Cantwell. Nicolas Raskin has urged the Ibrox star Ryan Kent to stay at Rangers and help lead Rangers as one of the experienced pros next season. Michael Beale has obviously already made it clear in that post-match interview and also in interviews that he's given to the written media that he wants to keep out of contract playmaker Ryan Kent at the club next season. And he's hoping that there can be a breakthrough in the talks between the club and Ryan Kent. Allegedly, apparently at this moment in time, there has been a stalling in the talks between Kent and the club. And everybody's favourite footballing director, Ross Wilson, has been unable to come to any agreement with Ryan Kent. Yet more fuel in the fire of those like myself who hate Ross Wilson. But Raskin has now obviously added his name to the list of players who are clamouring for Ryan Kent to remain with Glasgow Rangers next season. In fact, basically pleading Kent to sign new terms with the club. Now, even though the Belgian has only been with Rangers for 6 weeks, he's already said he's from the former 7 million signing from Liverpool to justify him staying with the club. He's obviously talked about the fact of how influential Ryan Kent is, about the fact that Ryan is influential to Rangers' future and is influential to the club moving forward. And this is what Nicolas Raskin has had to say about his teammate Ryan Kent. He said that he's a top player and he's inspiring as well. When I came to Rangers, I saw him working hard every day in the gym, working to be fit. He's a very good professional and that's why he's so good. I want to learn from him. Honestly, he's the only guy I knew when I was a young kid. He was famous in Europe as well. I'm enjoying playing with him a lot. He's so good. When he's got the ball at his feet, it's almost unbelievable and impossible to take the ball off him. It's hard to play against him in training, but it's very good to play with him. Obviously, you know, Ryan Kent's exploits in Europe in the Europa League, standing out there to Raskin, obviously, when he was younger. And also the fact that, you know, that he talks about the fact that Kent loves to have the ball at his feet, loves to go at players, loves to commit players. Now, some people talk about Ryan Kent's statistics and use those against him. But it's often the fact that Kent commits to more than one player to him a lot of times. 2 and 3 players go to close him down. Therefore, you know, draw players for the strikers and for other players in the team. Raskin went on to say this about Kent. It will come up in a moment. There we go. I watched Rangers last season on their European run. Everyone watched the team last season. He was the famous image of Rangers in Europe. I remember the goal he scored against Celtic when he came inside and shot. Honestly, I don't know why, but he was the only guy I knew. I knew about the Borussia Dortmund game last year, but whenever I talked about Rangers, I talked about this Ryan Kent. Now, obviously, that Borussia Dortmund game was the game when he took Dortmund apart pretty much single-handedly and was absolute quality. That's the game that Raskin is obviously talking about there. Maybe it's because he always surprised me and that he played with a short shirt sleeves and gloves. I've spoken to Ryan. I've spoken to him a lot about his shot. You know, he's obviously very highly thought of by Raskin. You know, and Raskin is obviously anxious for Kent to remain at the club. And I think there is a large number of Rangers fans, obviously, that do want him to remain and do want him to stay. There's also a minority of that group, shall we say, that don't want Kent to stay, and that's obviously fine. You know, it isn't fine to have different opinions on Rangers players, but it does seem the manager wants him to stay. Now it is obviously down to Ross Wilson to go and do a deal with Kent and his agent and help to keep him at the club. You know, as we seek to sort of rebuild this club. And I think, you know, what we've got to remember is we cannot throw the baby out with the bathwater. It's not a case of just chucking out 9-10 players and bringing in 9 or 10 new players. Obviously, that is not going to lead to the squad being successful. It's going to take time for them to gel. It's going to take time for them to move forward. And we need to maintain and remain with players who've got experience of playing for Rangers, quality players, obviously, like Ryan Kent, to add to those others that are staying, you know, hopefully like Ryan Jack, signing a new deal. Connor Goldson, obviously, James Tavernier, Borna Barisic, the new signings like Ridvan Yilmaz, Todd Cantwell, Nicolas Raskin, who can then therefore bring that experience they've got of playing for the club to the new signings, to whoever they are. And hopefully we'll bring in at least another 3 or 4 quality first team players to really bolster this squad as we seek to obviously destroy that green and white shower from across this city. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. Please remember to hit that sub, ring that notification bell, guys, and keep looking out for new videos. The easiest way to not miss out on anything is to ring that notification bell and make sure you get it so that you get all the videos, all the daily content. Obviously, it's daily content. It's all for free. I'm not charging you for any of it. Bringing you up to date with all that is going on at one of the biggest clubs in the world and the most successful club in the world, Glasgow Rangers, guys. Love the Glasgow Rangers. Got my Glasgow Rangers. There we go. It's a shirt. I'm also my Sunderland shirt there, but my Glasgow Rangers shirt on the door there. Love Glasgow Rangers, guys. Let's keep going. Let's fight till the end. We are the people. No surrender.